Good morning, good afternoon, and even good evening for some of you. You are welcome to Lamiflex and to Nyköping, Sweden, and this live broadcasting event where we will present our new coil wrapping concept, the MultiWrapper. My name is Mats Järpehag, and I'm working as Sales and Marketing Director for the Lamiflex Group. And I'm so happy to see that there are so many that have signed up for this event from all over the world. We will present this new concept for you, but throughout the presentation, you are free to put in questions about this concept in the chat that you find next to the video screen. So please do that. Standing next to me here is the CEO of Lamiflex Group, Adrian Robert. And please tell me, Adrian, what is your thinking, what is your thoughts today standing in front of this machine?
Thank you, Mats, and thank you all for taking the time to look at this launch of our new concept. Ever since Lamiflex launched the push wrapper system back in 2015, we have stumbled upon a lot of cases where the financials looks great and the packaging quality looks very fit for purpose, but due to the low volume capacity of the push wrapper system, we haven't been able to close these deals. So therefore, I'm now really happy and proud to be the CEO of a company launching this system where we think we can reopen a lot of these cases and hopefully make beneficial business for both you out there and for us. So I'm looking forward to this show of the machine and then looking forward to meeting hopefully as many as possible of you out there in the market next year or as soon as possible.
Okay.
Thank you all.
Thank you, Adrian. Thank you. I will now leave the floor to Petter Hjerte. Petter is the person by us who's been most involved in this project from the start. So please, Petter.
Thank you, Mats. Welcome to this introduction of the MultiWrapper machine concept solution. So my name is Petter Hjerte, and I'm the manager of the Lamiflex machine concept solutions. I will now give you a short overview of the background of this new solution. Then I will present some benefits with the technology, and before summing up, I will also give some technical data. So first, the background. When we say a machine concept, what do we mean by that then? For us, a machine concept is a machine together with special design consumables that forms an integrated solution. This means that the solution is available without any investments, and Lamiflex will install, we will also deliver consumables and be responsible for service and support for the machine. The user only pays for the material and the service fee based on the level of usage, up to a level where there's no service fee is required. This is what we call Lami-free. The Lamiflex machine concept is about stretch wrapping coils. Many of you are probably familiar with stretch wrapping and why it's a superior packaging method. But as a repetition, and bring all to the same level. These are the effects when changing from manual wrapping. Most important, perhaps, is that stretch wrapping gives a very tight package with minimal air that holds moisture. Then that's the reason for corrosion. In addition, our special film holds VCI that reduces the risk even further. Stretch wrapping means that less manual work and direct contact with coils, and that gives benefits for health and safety. An automation, control, and governing wrapping process will also bring high and consistent packaging quality. Another benefit is that less space is needed, especially for the packaging material. For most customers, the most important can be perhaps that labor that it can be assigned for other responsible can be reduced. Our experience tells us something like 30-70% increased efficiency is possible. Last to mention is that the coil here looks really nice, doesn't it? We have now launched the MultiWrapper. It's a unique machine, and it's a disruptive new thinking for the coil packaging. It's based on standard high-quality industrial robot technology. This gives multiple advantages. High capacity with up to 14 coils packed per hour. This means also the largest output can be served. It's fully automated, including roll chains, so minimal manpower is needed. Low service and support is also needed. The standard proven technology gives very good uptime. Using industrial robots gives several benefits. As we touched upon already, the program path gives superior constant packaging quality. An especially good thing using robot is that it has great flexibility. The stretching material and roll sizes can be flexible for different cases. The robots can also perform other packaging tasks. So for the customer signing up with us will benefit from continuous improvements. And we already now are developing services where other packaging materials can be added. So during next year, 2021, we plan to launch other robot packaging applications. We have also put a lot of effort in creating a user-friendly interface. So even if it's advanced technology, it's very easy to operate. A robot is also integral in a production environment and can communicate with the existing systems. Just in a while, we will show you live how the MultiWrapper works. But just before this, I'd like to mention that we will then show the MultiWrapper working with one roller station here today. We have though developed the concept so it can operate in two separate cells, as you can see here in the picture. This gives great benefits for the coil logistics, since one side can be loaded while the other side is working. It's also possible to add the packaging materials manually in one side if needed, while the machine wraps on the other side. You can here also see the footprint of this version with the largest coils. It's in metric, so the 10 meter here in the drawing will correspond to approximately 32.8 feet. Just before wrapping up, I'd like to also to show you the specification for the concept in this standard version. As you can see, it can handle most coils, and it said already it's really fast. If there are requirements for even higher coil weight loads, we can have a look at that and make a special design for you. So in summary, our new MultiWrapper concept is the most modern packaging machine together with special design materials. It's available without any investments. It's flexible. Robot technology gives multiple advantages. With this, I'd like to hand over to our technical manager, Marcus Forsblad, that will bring you some technical characteristics, and he will also now show you the machine operate. Thank you.
Thanks, Petter. As Petter mentioned, my name is Marcus Forsblad, and in just a short while I will start up this machine for you so you can see the coil being wrapped. That's what you're here for, after all. But before we start, however, I thought we could go over some of the main features and functions of the machine so that you know what you're seeing. Okay, so let's move inside. In this cell, we're using two ABB IRB robot arms. And by using standardized robot arms instead of a mechanical unit or a linear drive, we can utilize ABB's already well-established network of service and support organizations. Then we have the film roll magazine. This is where the operator loads the film rolls. As you see here, we have a place for 4 different rolls, and we are currently showcasing a few of the different technical films that we can use in this machine. Starting off, we have 2 versions of the LamiFlex Armor. It's the toughest film in our portfolio, and you would use this in cases where you have a need of good mechanical protection. So these are the same, the difference in between them being different roll width as well as color, obviously. Third film we're seeing is a product called LamiFlex String. It's also a reinforced product that still allows for some stretch, so it's a bit more forgiving to run with. Fourth but not least, we have the LamiStretch Plus. This is a multi-layer stretch film, so this is not a reinforced product. And you would use this in cases where you need a tight seal against the atmosphere, but not necessarily a strong mechanical protection. And all of these products can be purchased with or without VCI protection, so that is anti-corrosion gas. Okay, then we're moving on to the tool, and this is what makes all this possible. And when we designed this, we aimed for only using robust and service-free components. So we found that in the most machines that you get on the market has a pretty dated mechanical design that takes a lot of upkeep. And with this solution, that's a thing of the past. Okay, that's pretty much it. Let's head outside and start up the machine. So, before we start, let's have a quick look at the operator panel. Here we have a couple of physical buttons, as well as an HMI. Just a short explanation of the buttons. Automatic mode, it's either manual or automatic. Pause, you pause the machine in the current sequence it's in. It's a sort of a hard stop. Cycle stop is more of a soft stop. You push this and then the machine stops in a known safe position. Reset security is what you need to do when you've just been inside the cell and you've broken the safety circuit. There we go. And then lastly, we have the cancel cycle. This tells the machine to abort what it's currently doing, cut the film and go back to home position. Home position is where the robots are currently standing in the same position. And this is where they start the cycle and end the cycle. Without further ado, let's start the machine. Automatic on, and then start. Okay, so the machine first starts off with measuring the coil. And for instance, this coil seems to be 1600 by 1200 millimeters with an ID of 600. It looks like we're almost running out of film, so in a short while the machine will notice this and proceed with the dispatching of the used up core and collecting a new film roll from the magazine. And the spinning that the tool does is in order to lubricate the motors inside it, in case you're wondering. Okay, that's it. Job's done. Let's head on inside and look at the results. As you can see, it's a tight, good seal. No visible gaps. It's very smooth around the ID. Pretty happy with the results, and as you remember, this is our toughest film to run. Our other films will look even better. We've talked in the past about this being a twin station setup, at least the version that's available for the markets. So now you can, for example, apply ID protection or outright protection. And that sums it up.